Alright guys, welcome back to the Basement Breakdown. I am joined by my co-host, Harrison.
Pleasure to be back on.
Alright, before we get into the big one, UFC 319, I'm very happy to be out of the Apex.
It was a long 2 weeks.
Long 2 weeks, but I feel like it over-delivered. Those two cards were really fun.
Ended up having some great knockouts, exciting matchups. But no, happy to be out and on the way to the biggest card of the year.
Yeah, but before we get into it, I think we should talk a little bit about the about Paramount acquiring the rights to the events for the UFC in the United States. This is pretty crazy. Harrison?
This was fantastic news to wake up to. This was the first thing I saw on Twitter this morning, and I love it. You know,
7.7 bill.
It only makes sense to ditch the pay-per-view model, and 7.7 billion over 7 years. That's a massive, massive deal for the UFC. So I'm interested to see how it affects fighters' deals, though. But I love it right now. For the fans, ditching the pay-per-view model, it made the most sense.
For them too, right? All the streaming services that like you can stream for legally,
Yeah,
you're not going to pay $69.99.
Stream East and
Crack Streams and all the other. It's pretty cool. Like you were saying, also, I think you said the White House is going to be part of like their 4.
Yeah, Dana said they're planning on doing 4 signature events next year. So I guess the White House is one of them, and then 3 more. I just hope they don't load those cards with, you know, all the talent and all the big names, and then
just disperse
all the other
nothing.
cards start suffering because, you know, they don't have to sell pay-per-views anymore now. So
Exactly.
I hope they don't start phoning it in, but I hope the deal works out for the fans, yeah.
I hope the quality of the cards doesn't, like you just were alluding to, decrease. But I am pretty excited to see what happens here. I'm a little sad. I feel like it's a little bittersweet. There's some shows that I definitely like on ESPN. I feel like DC and the Bad Guy is one of them. I like watching Chael Sonnen and Daniel Cormier.
Yeah, no, I'm interested to see if, you know, shows like The Ultimate Fighter will continue over on Paramount instead now.
I hope so. I hope they don't get rid of those models and some of those. I don't know. I feel
you
like
need that. It funnels in incoming talent and keeps it fresh and gives fans something to watch in between cards.
What else can we really say about it?
But overall, I think we're pro for the deal.
Definitely pro for the deal. I mean, we thought maybe Netflix would get it. There were rumors about, like, we really didn't know, but Netflix was a front runner for a while. It came a little bit out of left field, but I'm definitely happy with it.
It did. There were no rumors about Paramount or CBS really getting it.
No, there weren't.
It was all Netflix, or maybe they were renegotiating with ESPN. I guess that fell through.
They didn't offer them enough, huh?
Doubled their money.
Woo!
So good for them.
Good business. One more thing, I guess. You know, I feel like this needs to be mentioned, right? Francis Ngannou didn't fight at PFL Africa. Nobody cares.
He didn't even show up.
Didn't even show up.
Didn't
eh?
even make an appearance.
That entire event was supposed to be for him, I feel like.
Yeah. Well, he helped build it. They spent 2 years building that card. And I remember that was one of the promises they made when they originally
signed him.
Brought him in,
Yeah.
and they brought him in to, you know, they let him box, and then they said, we want you to do a fight here too. And then he also wanted to help give African fighters the opportunity he didn't have. And then he just skips out on the event. I don't know.
Is it because of the case that was going on where there was where the woman was, I think, killed or whatever in the accident?
No, I think he was absolved.
Of that? So it has
of that
nothing even
recently.
really to...
So, no reason
No
why
excuse.
he skipped out. We don't know, but they were disappointed, certainly, PFL.
And I mean, to be fair, I mean, no one's... that was a pretty fun card. There was a couple really good knockouts on the card, but we're not here to talk about that. Let's move to UFC 319.
Ho, ho, ho.
Woo! Dricus du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev. This is the big one. We've all been waiting for this since it got announced. Khamzat hasn't fought since Robert Whittaker.
Yeah, that was October 2024?
Yeah, that was.
Quite a while ago.
Quite a while ago.
Looking forward to his return.
He gets sick a lot, right? He was saying he doesn't leave his house,
Yeah.
according to
He's worried
an article.
about his immune system.
Yeah, but we gotta start from the beginning though, don't we? I forgot to talk about the tough finale that starts off the early prelims for UFC 319. I think Donchenko and Idris will win their fights. Idris reminds me of Asu Amabayev, who also fights in the flyweight division. I think he will beat Morales by unanimous decision. I think that Idris is healthier. Morales took a lot of damage in his last fight. I also think the Ukrainian will win his fight. I like what I've seen from the guy. So, yeah, guys, let's get to the main fights.
We got to start from the beginning. Early prelims. Original matchup between Karine Silva and J.J. Aldrich.
Scrapped.
Fell through. J.J. Aldrich had to pull out of that fight.
Shocker.
So we're getting Dione Barbosa on short notice here. And this is a rematch of a fight that happened back in 2019, actually, in Katana Fight 9.
Who even knows what that federation is?
Who knows what that promotion is? And
She lost to her.
Karine Silva lost a decision
To Dione Barbosa.
to Dione Barbosa. I think that fight has absolutely no bearing whatsoever on what we're about to watch on Saturday.
I would mostly agree with you, and I'm not saying that just because it's a chick fight. I think that, was it a decision I just read?
Yeah, it was a decision.
Okay, yeah, that's always the way it goes.
I think Silva's she's been in the UFC longer. She fought on the Contender Series in 2021.
She has one loss to Vivian Araujo, so you're right. The bearing on that fight, I feel like...
Silva's only gotten a lot better since that fight, especially her grappling, her ground game. She started off with, 4 or 3 straight subs in the UFC, I believe?
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 straight.
I think it's 4 counting the Contender Series.
Yeah,
right?
the Dana White's Contender Series. It's pretty impressive. Caitlin Souza fought the other weekend against Pierre Rodriguez, who I took. Caitlin Souza is a tough opponent, although I bet against her.
It's a solid resume for Karine Silva.
Vivian Araujo, she lost to Tracy Cortez. She's a formidable opponent who's fought tough girls in her division while she has a spotty record. A tough test against a vet. I feel like she's going to come back and win this fight.
You look at this, Barbosa, it's only her 4th fight in the UFC.
It's not showing up on mine. Who did she fight in the UFC?
She's coming off a win against Diana Belbita, Canadian. Arm triangle choke, round 1. So she has a 2-1 UFC record. I just think Karine's improved a lot more.
Yeah, she's fought Miranda Maverick. I also saw there. She has a loss to her.
Lost to Miranda Maverick.
To be fair, she's not a bad opponent. I feel like I don't bear a lot of weight on her last fight. I feel like she'll probably lose a decision.
And Karine is the -196 favorite.
Which isn't
FanDuel.
crazy, but it's... Yeah. What do you think? You think a submission or a decision?
I'm feeling a Karine Silva decision.
I'm feeling
I think their 2 ground games likely
Cancel
neutralize each other out. I feel like that happens a lot in some of these women's fights where the ground game will cancel things out and it kind of turns into a sloppier stand-up battle. And I feel like that usually results in a decision.
29-28, Karine Silva.
Yeah, let's go. Karine Silva decision.
She takes it back against against a rival of hers, I guess you could say, in another federation that nobody knows.
I wonder if even they remember that fight.
I feel like, do you think they'll say it though when they premiere the fight? They'll be like, and these two
for
fought?
Sure.
Yeah, of
absolutely.
course.
That's the only selling point the UFC has to open the card.
Our next fight of the night takes place at middleweight. Does Brian Battle usually fight at middleweight? Correct me if I'm wrong. It's usually 170.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay, well, I just want to say off
it's usually welter, yeah?
Yeah, usually welterweight. He came off of that fight versus Randy Brown, I believe, which was a split, controversial.
Very controversial.
A lot of people thought he lost. I had money on him that night. I was happy. I also thought he could have lost. His only loss is to Renat, which I always like to remind myself of when I look at Brian Battle's record.
He's had a lot of fights. He's like one of those guys where it seems they're building him very slowly and very carefully.
But this is going to be tough.
Oh, yeah.
Nurslan Ruzabayev, like we were saying earlier, he has one loss to Joaquin Buckley, who just fought Kamaru Usman, a former champion.
Looked great in rounds 4 and 5 in that fight.
Looked great. Was able to stuff Kamaru's takedowns, which was pissing me off because I bet on him for that fight when we filmed our video. But he only really kind of turned it on later on, which upset me. But yeah, like a more formidable opponent, Joaquin Buckley in your third fight.
I rate Buckley higher than any opponent on Brian Battle's resume for sure.
And look how tall Nurslan Ruzabayev is in comparison to Brian Battle. And Brian Battle struggled with Randy Brown, a lengthy dude.
Yeah.
Nurslan Ruzabayev is 6'5". He's going to beat him.
Brian Battle likes to rely on his own height and reach.
For fights.
To control fights, for sure. So if he's going up against a guy who's taller than him, I expect him to definitely have some issue with that. And also, Ruzabev, he's coming off last win here, Dustin Stoltzfus, who I rate.
I rate Dustin Stoltzfus, for sure.
He's a tough fight.
Yep. Like, when I look at this fight, I immediately lean toward Nursulin Ruzabayev.
Oh, absolutely.
Just after watching Eric McCall. I feel like Brian Battle is just going to be fighting an upwards battle the entire fight.
I think he struggles a lot fighting at 185, especially combined with that range and height that Ruzabev's going to have.
100%.
I think it's going to be tough all day. I think Battle's biggest assets is that he's a durable guy. He's tough to put away, and he's a gritty fighter.
Which is why it'll be a decision,
Which is why people love him.
Which is why I like him.
Yeah.
When he called out when he beat the French dude, and he's like, "You didn't think that the Butcher was going to lose to a French guy. Never going to happen." No. That was sick.
Yeah, Ruzabev, I think he's too tall. If he keeps range, he can just control this fight all day. I think we agree on a Ruzabev decision.
So we got 2 decisions to start the card.
I'm not mad, though, with the Ruzabev battle.
No, I think it's going to be a fun fight.
I think it's going to be a great 29-28 as well, Ruzabev. I think Byron Battle's definitely good enough to maybe steal like a second round. You make it interesting going into the third. And I think Ruzabev will do enough, though, with that reach to seal it, though.
I completely agree. Do you think maybe perhaps there could be a knockout for Ruzabev?
Certainly. Like, he can definitely... He's a bit of a sniper.
I wouldn't bet on it, but I wouldn't be insanely like...
I wouldn't... If you want to throw a dart on that, yeah, sure.
Maybe.
If you want to bet on that, but I think Ruzabev decision is the most likely play here.
We're going with a Ruzabev decision for the second fight of the night. We move up. Drakkar Klose goes up against Edson Barboza for the feature fight of the early prelims. What do you think about this one?
It's a good name value fight. Barboza's coming off a decision against Lerone Murphy, who we'll see later in the card.
He got fucked up that fight.
He did.
He got fucked up that fight.
He did. Murphy's a tough guy to go against. He's a crazy boxer. But yeah, I think it's a tough matchup for Barboza for sure because he's aging. Mm-hmm. But he's still like in great shape. You look at Edson Barboza, and he's absolutely shredded. I swear he's been shredded forever.
He's been shredded forever.
His kicks have always been elite.
And he's still able to perform. Like, I mean, do you remember Billy Quarantillo, his knee knockout back in 2023? I remember watching that fight. That was crazy. Like, he's still able to win and be fun. And then they put him against Lerone Murphy. Like, Sadiq Youssef, when he fought him, that was the beginning of his losing streak after coming back after a year of not fighting. I don't know. Drakkar Klose is
Drakkar Klose. I don't know.
Joel Alvarez.
He's also aging.
He is aging, but he's got a lot of wins. He lost to Joel Alvarez, who's a talented opponent. Before then, he was on a 4 fight.
Silva, he beat
Joe Solecki.
He's also had a lot of canceled fights.
That's true. He hasn't fought too much too often. Oh, this is tough, and they're both very similar in age.
He also has good power, He could try and catch Barboza maybe. Solid grappler, but I don't know. I see Barboza though. His boxing's pretty solid, and he has that kick game that just controls the distance really, really well.
For sure.
And I feel like it'll be tough for Klose to get in close.
For Drakkar Klose to get in close. This is a tough one. Are you leaning more towards Edson Barboza?
Yeah, and I hate to say it, but I also feel like this one could also go decision.
I think for what you just said, especially with his range, like he has the significant reach advantage. I think if he's able to keep his distance and pick Drakkar Klose apart, which he can via his tools, I think he'll win a decision.
Yeah.
Oh, it's tough.
I hate saying 3 straight decisions to open a card.
I don't know if I disagree with you, though. I think this Edson Barboza decision is a good pick. But for some reason...
Klose can knock him out.
That's my one thing. That's my one thing.
He certainly has the power.
But he hasn't knocked anyone out since 2023, and it was Joe Solecki.
Flying knee, he lost in his last fight. Yeah, so he could get knocked out, too. Like, what if Barboza lands one of those, like, gross head kicks again?
Okay, for the sake of argument, you're going to go with Barboza, right?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
I'll go decision, too.
Decision.
Just because I don't see him landing one of those crazy head kicks.
You know what? I'm going with a Barboza decision, too. I'm trying to convince myself that Drakkar Klose is going to win this fight, but I see more ways for Edson to win it. Oh, my God, but I feel like he could lose it as well. All right, let's move up the card.
Because Barboza likes to throw the knees, too, and Klose just lost to the flying.
Knee by Joel Alvarez, who's younger.
Yeah.
But,
Can Barboza still get that up there? We'll see.
We'll see. Oh, okay. Well, we move on to the prelims. This brings us to Chase Hooper versus Alexander Hernandez. Finally, Chase Hooper fights someone a little closer in age, but they're still about 7 years apart. Alexander Hernandez, in my opinion, lost his last fight to Kurt Holloway. I thought he...
Kurt Holloway was a tough guy.
For sure, even though he lost.
Which tough season was he on? The one with...
Oh, God. It was one of the ones I've watched.
I want to say it was the Volk Ortega one, maybe?
Perhaps.
Anyways, back to Chase Hooper and...
Yeah, I mean, he's gone to 2 in my, like, Austin Hubbard. I thought, like, these should be 2 split decisions. Like, he's a split decision machine, Alexander Hernandez. His best win comes against Beneil Dariush earlier in his career. Yeah. Remember when he got humbled by a Cowboy when he was talking so much shit about him?
Yeah, I just think Hernandez, he may have, the ability to... His takedown defense isn't terrible, right?
No, it's not.
So maybe early on, he'll definitely defend some takedowns. But I feel like it's just only a matter of time until Hooper can get him to the mat.
And then submit him.
And then it's just the gap on the ground is so huge.
Chase Hooper's so long. I feel like, Jordan Leavitt, correct me if I'm wrong, this is what the fight I'm going to reference. He beat Jordan Leavitt, who beat Kurt Holloway, and I picked Kurt as an underdog against Jordan, and Jordan went out there and just submitted him easy. So I feel like, like you just said, the ground game, there's going to be levels to it.
It's a big gap.
Chase Hooper's going to submit him.
Like, he grappled Sterling to a split decision loss. It was a loss.
But it's a loss.
It's a split decision. And Sterling's pretty damn good in his own right.
He could have beat Evolov if it wasn't for a couple position changes at the end of the... Chase Hooper submission, right? It's got to be.
Yeah, I think he subs him. Once he gets him down, like maybe second round, he can sub him. Because,
the first round...
Hernandez he's athletic, he has power early, so Hooper will definitely play it safe early. But I think as the fight progresses,
the grade ape will lose.
Gets into that pace, Hooper will get him down, sub him.
We're going with a Chase Hooper submission of Alexander Hernandez via the second round. We move up the card. Harrison, bring us to our first female fight of the night.
No, our second.
Oh, sorry.
We opened the card.
Oh, we opened the card with a Oh, sorry. There's a crazy... It's just so forgettable. Sorry.
He's already forgotten.
I already forgot. Sorry. Continue.
Jessica Andrade and Luffy Godinez. Now, I want to hear what you have to say about Luffy and why she lost her last fight, because I had missed this tidbit.
Oh, yeah.
But this makes a lot of sense as to why she gassed down the stretch.
Luffy Godinez is a talented fighter. She went up against Julia Pelostri her last time out. She had to take a shit, I believe, in rounds 2 and 3. Or piss. She needed to go to the washroom, which is why she was having such difficulties with putting the pressure on Julia, and she made this very apparent in her post-fight interview. So I do think if Luffy perhaps doesn't have to go to the washroom this time around, she's going to beat Andrade very, very...
Yeah.
Andrade has a great OnlyFans. I don't know if you've seen it. I don't think she runs it anymore.
I'm not familiar.
No, I think my friend sent it to me one time. I was like, what the hell?
She's focused more on fighting these days. Like, that was just an experiment on the side.
She's been losing, no?
Well, yeah. No, she has been losing.
Yasmin Yusadishis is a good opponent.
So maybe she should get back on the OnlyFans.
She's fought 2 good opponents back-to-back in Natalia Silva and Yasmin.
Yeah, I just feel like her only strength at this point is her power.
Yeah.
I feel like everything else is declining. She's older. Fight IQ even is declining at this point.
I think it's going to be a decision, though.
Yeah.
We're going back-to-back decisions.
As long as she avoids, as long as Luffy avoids Andrade's power, I don't see a world where she loses.
And then she starts an OnlyFans again after she loses. Luffy Godinez by decision. No? Maybe?
Yeah. That's an easy one. That's an easy pick.
I think Luffy's a fun girl to watch.
I think she's just the better all-around fighter here.
I agree.
More technical. Footwork's great.
She's fun to watch.
Yeah.
And she's funny. And she's loopy.
I think we move up the card.
Oh, yeah. This
Loopy
one.
decision.
I have this one thought out of my head. Can I please?
Yeah. Take it away.
All right. Gerard Michard versus Michael Olajancic. I think off the bat, you got to go with Michael Olajancic on this fight.
I would have to agree.
Better
I want to hear your
all-around
reasoning.
fighter. He is a little ridiculous sometimes with his fight IQ. I mean, he has a lot of losses when you look at it, but I mean, last time out, I don't know why I picked Cedricus Dumas to beat Mikel Olajancic, but he is levels above Gerard Michard. I feel like on the ground with the striking. Gerard's fought Renair de Ridder, which honestly is aged kind of well, considering
Yeah.
he did very well in the first round.
But also with the, like, he's lost to like
Brad Tavares.
Andre Petrosky, Joe Pyfer, like there's levels, you know, like
He came back and beat Edmund Shabazian, which I always reference. Like, Edmund Shabazian's a sick fighter who's now on a 2-fight win streak of his. Well, he's not sick, but it was, I believe, the comeback of the year when he fought him in like
yeah, that's fair.
2024. But yeah, Michael Olajanic's probably gonna either by unanimous decision or freaking. I think he could knock him out
Yeah, I think he has to knock him out early though.
in the first
Just
round.
because first or second, I feel like he can still win a decision, of course, but I think like the longer you let it go on,
GM3 gets better.
GM3, he's always a dangerous sub guy, you know?
Yeah.
And you like as the longer the fight goes on, if you get tired and you make even one mistake and he just catches you,
You're screwed.
yeah, you could get subbed.
I think Gerard. I mean, there's maybe a little bit of money for someone to put a Gerard Michart like
Like a
submission.
late sub.
I
If you
wouldn't.
wanted to take a dart throw, but I agree, I wouldn't.
I think Michael Olajanic's gonna put him away
Yeah,
early.
he's more powerful, has the stand-up advantage by a mile. His striking is just so much better than GM3's.
Like GM3's slow.
GM3 is
And there's
slow.
a huge Michael Olajanik.
GM3 got knocked out by Hamzat.
Yeah. Oof. Not even
Nasty,
submitted.
nasty.
You are black. If you get submitted, brother, you are out of this sport. And we're in 2025, and he's still here.
And now he's on the prelims while Hamzat headlines for the title.
Let's go. How the full circle moment. Michael Olajanik is he's levels above Gerard Michart. I feel like he's also so much younger, which I don't realize until I
Yeah.
look. He just had so many fights.
He's gonna be faster. Once he catches him,
It's over.
it's gonna be over. He can put him out for sure. I have no doubt in that.
All right, we go with a
I'll go knockout.
yeah.
KO, TKO.
This brings us to the feature fight of the prelims. Harrison.
King Green, the hood style fighter himself.
Formerly Bobby. He was better as Bobby.
Yeah, against Diego Ferreira. How do we feel about this one?
I mean,
Bobby Green. We all know what we're gonna get with Bobby Green.
striking galore. Finally, Bobby Green fights someone closer in age, because he's just been put up against
Fighting someone older than him.
Yeah.
For once.
for once.
It's not Bobby though. It's King.
Yeah, King. Sorry. Better record is Bobby though.
And King is old, man, and he's got a declining fight IQ. Like, you know, he's gonna give you those moments where he like just does something so goofy.
But besides that, he's just gonna. I feel like
He's just gonna throw volume otherwise.
That's exactly what he is. Even when you look at his losses, like he'll still be close in the significant strikes.
And he used to be like a durable guy, but I just feel like as you age, that always declines so quickly. Your chin.
Yeah.
And Diego still has power for sure. I know he's older, 2 years older.
But that's
somehow,
what he still has
But
power.
he still has that power.
King Green got ranked. His last win, I remember against Grant Dawson. Like, wow, that was crazy. I did not think he was going to win that fight. And then they ranked him like number 14 after that. Then he got knocked out by Jalen Turner, which was a late stoppage. Then they brought him up against Jim Miller, which he won a decision where Jim Miller's face looked like crazy at the end. Then Patty they put him against, which they should have done way earlier in Patty's career.
That was a weird matchup. Like at the time it happened.
Subbed him quick. Then
He's fought everybody. He's got a long resume here.
but
But he doesn't knock a lot of guys out.
volume.
He's a volume guy. And that's not going to be enough against Diego, I don't think. Because Diego could also sub him if he wants to. Diego's a solid grappler.
This Rebecki win against Rebecki also, this is an earlier win. Like, this was Mateusz Rebecki's first loss in the UFC. I rate this a lot. It's quite impressive.
Yeah, I rate that very highly.
I think he's going to beat King Green by either a decision or he can finish him.
It's two unks, man.
But I think this
Ferreira is still the better one.
Still the better
Still
unk.
way more dangerous.
It's Unk versus Unk in the feature fight for the prelims.
Now the thing is, unfortunately, I will say I could see this being another decision too.
Yeah, I think Diego Ferreira will more than likely win a decision. I think he has the tools to
I think he wins either way.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it could be a decision to close out the prelims.
Diego Ferreira decision.
Yeah.
This brings us to the main card. To be fair, this has been a pretty fun fight. Like I'm really excited to watch.
I'm really excited. That's a great prelim card.
But we start off with Tim Elliott versus Kai Asakura. Kai Asakura comes over from the Ryzen Federation. He fought for the title against Alejandro Pantoja.
Pantoja is on such a generational run.
He really is.
No one would fight this guy, so they had to get someone from another promotion to just come over on his debut.
He threw that knee.
Yeah, he likes to throw the knees.
He likes to throw that knee. Oh, this is tough. Tim Elliott is ranked number 11th somehow still. He's been around the block.
And I guess they threw Kai a bone, ranking him 15th.
Yeah.
You debut in a title fight, you lose. So, like, really, where can they put you, I guess?
I don't know. Do you think that Tim Elliott has a weird against Tagir Ulanbekov? Like, when I look at Tim Elliott, the reason why he's ranked number 11th is because he can still do stuff.
He does. He may be 38, but he's still a very, very deadly, competent fighter. What if he
submits Kai Asakura? Who the fuck is Kai?
He's like one of those he's just one of those aggressive, in your face, veteran type of fighters.
Yeah.
That just he's gonna pressure you all night long. Like some guys just don't handle that well at all.
Well,
when you have a dog all up in.
But Pantoja took Kai down very easily. Tim Elliott's not bad on the ground.
No, he's not.
They might be giving this to Kai to prove himself against the guy on the ground.
Yeah, what do you actually we gave you the title shot first. Now what do you actually have here? Do we even want to keep you in the UFC?
What do you think, man? I actually am rethinking this a little bit. Do you still think
the only reason I don't lean Tim Elliott is because of the age?
Because he's 38.
Because he's 38.
But he can come dude.
Kai's 31 only.
Look at Muhammad Mokaev. He was.
Yeah, I know Mokaev.
Tim Elliott beat Muhammad Mokaev in the first round. Look at this. Look at these stats. Well, granted, he did get submitted. I don't know. I feel like Tim Elliott, there's some money to be put down on a Tim Elliott win over Kai. But should we do it?
Kai, I just think he's these guys scare me, some of these Asian fighters, because they're the Japanese fighters, man, they're so twitchy.
Fast muscle
fibers, so explosive, man. And I just feel like he loves to throw the knees too. You look at his 2 fights prior to coming to the UFC, he won both of them by knees to the body. And I just feel like he can definitely catch Tim Elliott.
But who did he fight? Juan Urchuleta.
This was for a title.
In Ryzen. And then before that he fought... He's barely fought.
Yeah, he doesn't have a...
He has barely fought.
Yeah. He's not super active. Neither's Tim Elliott, though, to be honest.
Oh, this is really worrying me the more I look at it.
Tim Elliott, Tim Elliott hasn't fought since 2023. So when you couple that with the age, that worries me a little for sure.
So
he's an older guy coming off a long, long layoff against a guy who's 7 years younger, who's faster, way more explosive.
Keep talking.
He's going to have way more speed. He's probably stronger.
Do you think it would be a decision? Do you think Kai Asakura gets him out of there via a knee?
I think if it stays standing, I think he gets him out of there.
All right, then I think we should go with a Kai Asakura.
Like you said, Tim Elliott's good on the ground, right?
Yeah.
That's what he needs to do. He needs to control him.
I think Kai Asakura will have hopefully learned and been drilling some better takedown defense. To be fair,
that is the thing. Yeah,
he was
the takedown defense didn't look fantastic.
It looked like fucking.
But Pantoja is also on a generational reign right now.
All right, he beats Tim Elliott by finish then, via some knee to the body in the second round. All right, that's how we start off the card for UFC 319.
And it was also, I just want to say quickly about Kai and the debut. You know, the lights are brighter sometimes in the UFC. Title fight debut, maybe it got to him. Give him a little benefit of the doubt there too.
All right, fine. We're taking him against Tim Elliott. This brings us to our middleweight matchup of the evening, besides obviously the main event. Jared Cannonier versus Michael Page.
Excited for this one.
I'm excited too.
I'm excited.
I feel like I just, in my brain, I have a lot of these matchups etched out, how I think they're going to go.
Yeah. I think I have an idea how this one's going to go.
Michael Page decision, man. This is 3 rounds.
Yeah,
this is
totally
his wheelhouse.
This is his wheelhouse. This is all he's done since showing up in
His
the
UFC. He could have beat Ian Gary, man, if he wasn't so
He could.
His striking's on another level. Jared Cannonier.
Because he kind of has that awkward style of striking, and he's really good at controlling the distance.
Great point fighter.
And Cannonier's going to want to wrestle, for sure.
100%. I don't think he's going to be able to take him down, though.
You know, he's going to want to close the distance and try and land some big shots, and then try and get him on the ground and wrestle, go for that control time. And I just think MVP, like the awkward timing, the footwork, and like the way he strikes will just make it way, way too hard for Cannonier to get in close and do anything crazy effective.
I know this sounds weird, but you know, like when Jared Cannonier fought Izzy, and like he just couldn't really like do anything.
Yeah.
I feel it's gonna look like
everyone's
similar.
like, oh, he's gonna knock him out.
Yeah.
He's so powerful.
I feel like it's gonna be similar to that, but 3 rounds. Like it's gonna be, he can't really touch him. A couple strikes he'll get off.
It's like,
and
well, yeah, you would knock him out if you could get in close and touch him.
He's gonna lose a decision.
Yeah, it's gonna be an MVP unanimous decision.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jared Cannonier. The guy is elite. He has fought at, I think, he's fought at heavyweight, light heavyweight, and now middleweight. He's fought at like 3 different weight classes.
And he did a good job dropping all that weight.
He's jacked.
Staying shredded, yeah. He has proper trainers with him for sure.
Kill the gorilla. Sorry, man.
Yeah, MVP, like he's just been a decision merchant here.
He is.
He even took this, I'm looking, he took a grappling match against Carlos Condit in 2024,
to a
November.
decision?
To a decision, unanimous decision.
Come on.
Even when he loses to, Ian Gary.
Again, super close fight. Like wins the outstrikes Ian Gary on the striking sheet. Like he on the score. Like he's gonna win a decision.
Yeah.
Jeff Neal versus Carlos Prates in the welterweight division. They had this fight originally booked, I think.
I'm excited to see Prates again.
Yeah. I mean, I bet on Ian Gary against Prates. We did that video together, actually.
Yeah, we did. I do remember that one.
And we took Ian Gary by decision, which is exactly what happened.
Exactly what happened. I think Carlos Prates knocks him out.
Yeah, I feel like Neil Magny, like, oh my God. I mean, sorry, Neil Magny, Jeff Neal. Why do I associate? Hands of Steel Neal.
Hands of Steel Neal. He is a slick boxer.
He hasn't been knocked out in the UFC.
That's true.
He hasn't been knocked out. This is going to be the first time he's been knocked out.
It could be the first time.
know, man. I think it could be a decision.
You think a decision?
He beat Rafael dos Anjos his last time out, which was like an injury. Like Jeff Neal, obviously, but like Rafael dos Anjos is still out with that injury that he received in that fight. Split decision fight with Ian Machado Gary, where Ian was like kind of, I don't want to say avoiding him, but he was like circling the octagon. Shafkat, he lost to, but he had moments where he hurt Shafkat.
Mm-hmm, he did.
Then he beat Vincente.
Because he does have power for sure. I mean, it's in his nickname.
Hands of Steel.
He's a good boxer. And if he can control the pace and get into his rhythm, he can definitely find a ton of success on the feet. But I just think Prates is a little rangier. And I like Prates' like Muay Thai style of fighting.
I think he's going to be pissed off after the
after the Ian Gary too. And he finished off that fight. We were talking about this earlier. He was, it's one thing to get manhandled and dragged around the octagon.
It's one thing to show in the end of the fight that you're like, he was this close. Ian Gary was like crawling.
To kind of, dig deep at the end of the fight and still give it your all after all that, I think that's very encouraging. And he should have a lot of confidence going into this fight for sure.
If I have to pick a fight of the night, I think this has potential to potentially be one of the fights of the night, if not the fight of the night. I mean, I don't know. I feel like this could be crazy. It could be a crazy war. It could be a knockout. There are so many ways that can go.
Because Prates, he's pretty big. He's got like a bit of a big frame.
6'1".
Yeah. Against Jeff Neal's 5'11". I feel like Prates, he generates some crazy power, especially with that left hand. That like looping left hand that he likes to throw.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if he can keep him at range and pick him apart again and then wait until he can throw that, I feel like we could see a second round KO.
The only thing that is in my head, I hope he doesn't wait to step on the gas.
Yeah.
But I don't think, I'm going to hope he doesn't
After the
do that.
Gary fight, though,
I don't think
I feel like that doesn't, I feel like you're right in that he's going to be pissed off.
About that decision.
Yeah.
Being so close. All right, bring us to our featherweight co-main event. This was made pretty late notice. What do you think about this?
I love this one. He was supposed to fight originally...
Movsar?
Yeah, Movsar Evlaev, which I was really looking forward to because he's been calling for that title shot. And so
He should have had a title shot.
He should have had a title shot already, but I feel like if he had won this fight, he was definitely 100% going to get the next one.
If we see
and now he's at danger of being leapfrogged by one of these two guys.
For sure. But if he does get leapfrogged, like for some, oh man. I don't want to see Yair Rodriguez fight Volk again. That would be very upsetting.
Oh,
to
absolutely not. Yair needs to go do something else.
It's a scary thought.
I don't like that at all. But Lerone Murphy, undefeated, and he's a slick striker as well.
He is a decision machine.
He is. That's probably going to be his game. He'll probably try and outpoint him.
Oh, he's a decision machine. To be fair, Aaron Pico, I want to look at Aaron Pico's record for a little bit. Just let this marinate.
But he's gone toe-to-toe with some guys, Lerone Murphy. He's had an impressive UFC run to start. Pico, that's the thing. We've seen, we were talking about Pitbull. When guys go up into the UFC, it gets a little tougher sometimes. The competition is a leap.
Patricio Pitbull, who's the guy with Patchy Mix, who we've seen. Even Michael Chandler, a guy who only has 2 wins in the UFC.
Yeah.
Guys struggle.
It's not the same as Bellator. The competition you're facing in Bellator or PFL, I guess now, there's definitely levels to it. It's definitely a ways below what you see in the UFC.
Yeah.
Especially against a guy like Lerone Murphy. Like, you've been training for Evlaev, who's a grappler. You've been training for ground game. And then on short notice, you're going to have to fight this guy who's a wicked striker and can just box your breaks off.
That's true. I feel like, here's the thing, though, what worries me. Do you remember in the Dan Ige fight where Dan Ige hurts Lerone Murphy in the first round and just doesn't follow up?
Yeah.
I feel like Aaron Pico, from watching a lot of his fights, like he TKO'd his last 2 fighters. His last 2 fights are via TKO. He has power in his kicks.
Oh, yeah. And he looks like he's filled into his frame a bit better, and he looks a lot stronger.
This is a
just
really
looking at his
tough
physique coming into the fight.
I almost want to take Aaron Pico.
I've just seen this story so many times with these Bellator guys with the huge hype, and they fall flat.
I honestly think
it's always the debut that gets them too.
I think if Lerone Murphy drops like the first round or something, he'll just win the other 2.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There is a world where that happens.
Even if he does drop around, I feel like he wins 2 out of the 3.
Because he's smart too.
He's smart.
He's a decision merchant. That's why. But
merchant.
It's always because he comes in with such a smart game plan.
For sure.
And he just knows how to pick these guys apart, man. He studies it well. He obviously watches the tape. He's such a good counter striker.
I think then we have to.
He's tough to finish. Like, Pico is gonna have to. He'd need to get lucky with a crazy flash, KO, use that strength or something. And I just don't see that happening.
I see this going to a decision.
Yeah.
I don't see this being a finish. I see this going to a decision where Lerone Murphy wins it.
I think, Lerone Murphy, I think he controls the pace. I think his UFC experience helps him a lot. And just his smart fight IQ in general.
The only thing I will say is that, you know what? Aaron Pico has been in a fight camp. It's not like they just, you remember when Patchy Mix fought Bautista? They just threw him in there.
That's true.
He has had a full fight camp. But I everything that you said and that we said, it trumps all of this. I think that...
There is a world definitely where Pico could win a decision, though, I think.
Yeah.
Where he uses his wrestling. He's pretty elite. Where he just controls him.
I don't think it's bad to think that, and I think there's perhaps a little bit of money to be made on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Pico is
He's one
favorite.
of the guys. Yeah, he's a slight favorite.
Minus 146 on FanDuel. Lerone Murphy is plus 114.
So he'll be one of our underdogs for the card.
So this is a close one, yeah. I'm going to go Lerone Murphy decision.
All right. We're in unison for our picks, and I think we will be for this main event. This is the big one, guys. Yeah. DDP versus Boers. Whatever you want to call him, Khamzat Chimaev, the
boogeyman.
The boogeyman.
The boogeyman.
The terrorist of the middleweight division and 170. No.
The terrorist of every division, apparently. The welterweight, middleweight.
These guys are pretty close in their dimensions.
He was already talking about going up if he wins, too.
Khamzat?
He's talking about trying to become a three-weight division champion already.
They asked him about Magomed and Ankalaev. He's like, brother.
For a guy who supposedly doesn't.
They asked him about Islam too.
He's doing a lot of press,
yeah,
and these are in-person interviews I've been seeing.
So maybe he's sick. Maybe that's what's gonna happen. On the way to walking to the fight itself, he's gonna contract something, but by then it'll be too late to pull out, and he's gonna lose to DDP because
he just has to go through with it.
I want to start off by this. I want to go over. This is tough because we're gonna have to go through a lot for this fight. Okay, here's how I want to start this off. I want to look at Dricus du Plessis' record.
Still knocks.
Still knocks Marcus Perez, knockout.
The first real African champion.
Yes, the guy to bring the belt back home. Oh, man. Up until the Derek Brunson fight, every fight up until then, he didn't get his deviated septum fixed. So his cardio looked like shit, and everyone thought he was going to lose his next matchup. And then he fought Robert Whittaker, where Robert Whittaker was one of the biggest favorites, I think, on any card against DDP. And then Dricus du Plessis, if you watch that fight, we all know what happened. The second round TKO of Robert Whittaker. And then Dricus du Plessis hasn't looked back since. But I want to preface a couple things first.
Yeah.
That Sean Strickland fight, and we have to go over this. The Sean Strickland fight, I've watched back.
The first one, yeah.
Fucking 5 times over, and I think Sean Strickland wins that fight. I mean, it's close.
It's so close.
It's close.
I haven't done a rewatch recently enough.
The 5th, oh man, you got to watch it. I think.
But I should, before Saturday.
Fights can be close, but there can be a clear winner, and that's how I do feel about this fight. But I mean, Dricus du Plessis, he got the win. And he gets it in the rematch, I want to talk about that, though.
Of course. We'll get there. We'll get there, of
Israel Adesanya, he beats Adesanya. I personally thought he won the first 2 rounds. On MMA Verdict, they have it I think first round to Adesanya.
Yeah.
And then 3rd round to Adesanya.
I thought DDP won the first 2 rounds.
And then I thought 3rd was clear Adesanya.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. All day.
And then we all know what happened. Submission of Adesanya. He's never been submitted in his career. I really rate that win. I honestly bet on Adesanya, which was kind of retarded, but I just don't expect him to do these things. I want to say this about the second Strickland fight.
Yes.
Strickland had staph infection. He did. You saw his arm, and he fought he had.
You always see it in the photo.
You always see it. And I don't want to take anything away from it because DDP looked great, but he fought like he had staph infection. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
He really did, and I bet on that fight. He broke his nose.
But then again, you can only fight who's getting put in front of you.
This is true.
Can't control it.
You can't control it.
Sean had staph, whatever. Credit to him for still getting in the cage.
And I like that,
the way it goes.
And now we go to Khamzat. He flip-flops for a little bit in his beginning of his career. John Phillips, Reese McKee, Gerard Michart, then Li Jing Liang goes 170. Kevin Holland. Here's what I will say, right? Gilbert Burns is a guy, we see him just dominate until Gilbert Burns, where it's a close fight.
Yeah.
And
which a lot of people dog on him for why that was a close fight. But I think that is good for his career. I think that helped him so much, especially at that point in time. He needed a fight like that because
every fighter does.
He was just finishing guys left and right, and the hype that was on him was so crazy. He needed to go to war like that for sure.
100%. Even with DDP early in his career, he goes to a decision with Brad Tavares and Darren Till. He fucking destroys Darren Hill in the first round. The second round, Darren Till had Dricus du Plessis in some trouble.
And that fight aged so well for Till.
Oh yeah,
that's so funny.
But Khamzat, here's what I was gonna say: the Gilbert Burns fight, it's a good performance, but
great performance, toe to toe. They're just throwing.
What happens when you put Gilbert Burns against DDP?
Yeah.
No, I'm serious.
I think
what happens?
Knocked out in the first round.
DDP is massive.
He walks around at what?
230.
230?
And he's I saw him next to Bisping, and he dwarfs Bisping.
He could fight at light heavy.
Easily. This is what worries me. Khamzat Chimaev, Kevin Holland, short notice fight against a guy who's not that great on the ground in comparison. Gilbert Burns.
And it also has a skinnier sort of build.
Kamaru, short notice fight where he gets taken to a mixed decision. And after the first round, everything gets stuffed by Kamaru.
Yeah.
He blows his load in the first round.
Also, Kamaru, we all know he has the most garbage knees, maybe in the promotion. And he's still stuffing the boogeyman's takedowns.
Then he comes back and submits Robert Whittaker like it's nothing.
I don't know how I feel about Robert Whittaker at this point.
It's not a young Robert Whittaker.
It's not a young Robert Whittaker. It's not crazy impressive Robert Whittaker.
I rate him so much, and he's one of my favorite fighters.
I don't want to dog on him. Whittaker's he's lost to both of them.
Yeah, he has. And whose was more impressive? Khamzat, but Dricus was still able to take him down. Dricus had a little bit of adversity in the first round. He got hit a couple times. This is a really tough fight. I see more ways for Dricus to win.
I do. I see a lot more ways for Dricus to win. Khamzat, the biggest question mark Everybody knows it. It sounds silly to almost mention it, but just the cardio.
We don't know. Because he gassed Gilbert Burns. Like, he was able to finish the fight, but he looked more tired.
Oh, he looked
Kamaru
dead.
Usman, he was able to finish the fight, but he
looked
more
like he
tired.
was just swinging. Like, you know, by the end of it, they were sloppy strikes.
I take Dricus' sloppy strikes all day.
And then you look at all his finishes. Round 1 against Whitaker. Round 1 against Kevin Holland. Round 1 against The Leech. Round 1 against GM3. Round 1 against Reese McKee. Round 2 against John Phillips. This guy's seen the third round twice in his
He's going to blow his load in the first round.
And both times, we've seen him gas and struggle. Well, that's the thing. Like, do you think he comes out in the way he usually does and blows his load early and just shoots like all out, go for the kill, like smash?
You know what I foresee? I foresee Dricus standing there like he normally does. He maybe eats an inside low kick, and then maybe he like a quick off the bat, like inside low kick from Khamzat.
Yeah.
I think Khamzat will shoot in the first minute of the fight.
Yeah, no,
I think it'll be like a couple things will happen, then he'll shoot, and then we'll see. But I think we're really like, I think if the fight goes to the 4th and the 5th, it's like, I don't know. People say that Khamzat's stamina is a lot better from his training, from the interviews I've heard. Yeah. This is what we're gonna.
It's just one of those factors that we won't know until they get in the cage.
Dricus du Plessis has more ways to win it, and he's an underdog. Khamzat could submit him.
5-round championship experience. He's defended the belt twice already. First fight went to decision as well with Strickland. It's just
the only ranked middleweight that Khamzat has fought has been Robert Whitaker.
Yeah.
Who else? Nobody. Kamaru Usman was a fake middleweight.
That was fake.
Like,
yeah, he went up.
There's no Gerard.
And then the other guys, he's fought Gilbert Burns at welter. Like, it's tough. It's
because of this.
I do want to see how DDP responds to his ground game, though, because I have no doubt DDP does get taken down at some point, like the first 2 rounds for sure.
Yeah.
Khamzat's too good to not take him down, but I want to know, like, how does DDP deal with it and how does he get out of it?
I think he's gonna be able to get back to the cage. I think he's so big. Even when Robert Whitaker, like, he is massive. Like, I think he's so strong.
He has good sub skills too. Like, he's
DDP?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's solid, but it's like Khamzat in the early rounds at least
tough.
Is just such a different beast. Like, the strength and the gas tank he has for that first round is so crazy.
If it goes to a decision, I could see Khamzat picking off maybe even the first 2 rounds and then DDP winning the last 3.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough.
Well, I keep seeing that meme everywhere on Twitter where it's like Khamzat's going to 10-8 him in the first round and then still lose a decision. And people joke, but it's like I could actually see that happening.
I think he gets up though. I think he's massive. DDP's strong, he's tough. Like, I know I just used 2 like variables.
He's dealt with some high-level grapplers before, but it's just like, how does he get up? Like, I'm so curious to see.
He levitates.
I wouldn't even be surprised.
He just somehow reverses the position. I don't know. I can't go with Khamzat Chimaev for this fight. Can you?
I can't. I just can't see him. I can't see DDP getting finished in round 1 or 2, and I think that
would be crazy.
Chimaev's most likely.
If he does do that, holy crap!
I see like people on Twitter saying, "Oh, Khamzat round 1 sub."
What if that happens?
I'd be shocked.
I'd be shocked too.
Like, I'm surprised people are that confident in it. I think they're really, really underrating DDP's ground game, especially early on. Like, it's not like DDP's going to be gassed early on.
No, I don't think he will be. And I think he's going to be smart. Like, he's so smart. He's like...
And he's trained as well for the takedowns.
He knows what's coming.
He knows what's coming. He's a pretty smart fighter too. And his confidence is through the charts, which people underestimate. He's not scared getting in there with Khamzat.
So what are we going to say here then? If Dricus du Plessis finishes him, it's going to be like a 4th round something. Like, they're going to be tired throwing and he's going to finish him. But I honestly, I actually do see this going to a decision.
I do. And I think
DDP wins the decision.
I think the early rounds really favor Khamzat. I think he'll take him down early. He'll have some great sequences. He'll look good for sure. But I do think in the end, DDP survives. I don't think there's any way he gets subbed.
Oh man.
I'd be so sad.
I'd be so sad.
I think he survives the early grappling exchanges. I think he has enough. He's smart enough, and he's like an awkward enough kind of fighter.
Yeah.
And surprising enough that Hamzat's so technical.
So technical.
With his wrestling and grappling that I think DDP might have a little to surprise him. And he just needs one opening. Like you said, he's so big. That once he gets back to the feet,
everyone always says this, but he's so big. He's big.
And if Hamzat's just continuously chasing the takedown and he gets gassed,
like he was against Kamaru. Do you remember when he was throwing him down?
That's how you get gassed. And the striking favors DDP all day.
I know.
Not even a question about that.
Yeah.
Hamzat's striking is decent, but DDP's it's on another level.
It's on another level
at the moment.
Of awkwardness. I love
it's
that.
good.
DDP decision to retain his title. We've got a couple underdogs.
I don't see it ending early, and I think if it goes past those first 3 rounds, Hamzat's going to be in some deep waters.
I agree with you. I mean, I can see why people would put Khamzat Chimaev. Like this has been so many years in the making for Khamzat, but like.
And I think if Hamzat also gasses in the later rounds, DDP has that power to just
knock
him out. Pressure to put him away.
For sure.
I was watching some of the earlier fights with Hamzat and Gilbert Burns and Kamaru. And after they stuff some of his takedowns, they kind of like, they take a breather for a second, you know?
DDP's on your ass.
Yeah, DDP, he's not giving you a second. Yeah. He's going to be pushing the pace. He's going to be on you. I don't see it. I don't see it for Hamzat.
We're going DDP by decision.
DDP. I think a safe bet, a fun bet could be DDP in round 4 or 5 or decision.
I'm going to sprinkle that on there.
Yeah.
And like when I make my bet slip sheet, like I'll put some locks. Like, for our locks for the card, I do want to, we can quickly go over that. Who do you think the biggest locks for the card are? Because and we have some underdogs too.
Biggest lock?
We can pick 2 locks and 2 underdogs.
It's Cannonier and MVP to go to a decision.
So that's a lock.
To go the distance, just straight up, I feel like that's a lock.
We can do that for a lock. Do you, for fighters, do you think like, it's tough for fighters. I don't know.
I'd be confident in saying a Chase Hooper sub.
Chase Hooper sub and a Michael Venom Page decision, 2 locks.
Yeah,
I like those 2 locks. I think those are good.
Those are 2 solid locks for the card.
All right, and then we need our 2 underdogs, which are DDP, and then
DDP and Lerone Murphy.
Yeah, so our main event and co-main event are underdogs.
Yeah, straight money line plays.
Straight money line. All right, guys. Well, this is our UFC 319 predictions. This is gonna definitely be one of the longer videos because.
It's the card of the year.
It's the card of the year.
Had to be.
And for us, like it's like you have to reason these bets to yourself. I feel like you have to reason these matchups and you really have to talk about it until
this main event, it really has the makings. It could be one of the best fights in UFC history, I feel like.
It really could be, and it's just like it's 2 undefeated. Like this is great.
Yeah, both of them undefeated in the UFC.
And Khamzat's fighting outside of freaking Abu Dhabi for like the first time in his career. Like that's fucking huge. He's allowed into America.
Yeah, he's finally healthy.
He's finally healthy.
In America, in Chicago.
With a new currency. Remember when he was a crypto scammer for a bit?
Yeah, and then he got away from Darren Till.
God damn.
I love how he got away from Darren Till, and that's when everything changed.
Yep, true. Well, do we have anything else to say really about the card?
No, I think that covered it.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching our UFC 319 predictions. I hope you guys do well in your bets. And we will see you in the next episode. Basement Breakdown, out.
For the latest show, Basement Breakdown, let it go.